Guess what? The darkness is where all the work needs to be done. The light, nah. We all enjoy the light. We all enjoy that warm, cozy area. But it's really the darkness. The deep, dark parts of you that need your attention and your time, your energy, your strength, your courage to be able to face yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been on this journey for quite a long time. And the only thing that's gotten me this far, the number one thing, can you guess? What's gotten me this far? Self-accountability. Because the truth is, ain't nobody gonna do the work, right? You gotta want this. And here we are. It's Friday. It's getting dark. The sun is already set. It's been a long week. For a lot of us, it's been a long year. And even more so, it's been a hell of a long life. Because we've been doing what? Taking the easy path. And when you choose the easy path, which you're like, well, man, you don't understand. I work my ass off. I know you do. But again, you're choosing that to be your hard. I tell people all the time, if you're someone that's resistant to the gym, it's because you do hard, laborious work. Well, your body's breaking down because you're not building yourself up by training so that when you show up to that physically demanding job, that's not your exercise. That's not what's going to build you up. That's what's going to break you down. You understand this? That job, that hard-ass laborious job is what breaks you down. And even though I don't have a hard, laborious job at the moment, I work out in here because when people see me hiking up big-ass mountains with a huge-ass pack, they're like, dang, man, what you training for? What are you training for, dude? You know what my answer is? Life. I'm training for life. I'm putting myself in those challenging situations. And the reason why I thrive in those environments is because I put in the time here. And so here we are. I started this morning realizing, this is the last day of one season. And it would be so easy for me to say, you know what, man? You've been kicking ass this year. Why don't you just go ahead and kick back, chill out. All right, you can skip the gym, man. It's a Friday, it's close to Christmas. Skip that mug. You got plenty of workouts in the bank. But I knew it. I was feeling tired. I was kind of dragging ass mentally. But I knew that if I didn't exemplify my own personal accountability, right? How I finish this season is how I start the next. And I don't want to start next season flat-footed. I want to start next season locked in, dialed in. Because I'm trying to go somewhere. I'm trying to get it. And I also know that I'm willing to put my own life under the microscope to be an example. This ain't even about me so much anymore. It's about me, but it's so much greater. A lot of people, you could easily get carried away with, man, but I ain't trying to do all that. Well, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? You just trying to waste away? Or are you trying to accomplish something in life? Are you ready to start shifting your mindset to realizing that it ain't over, man? It ain't over. You still got a lot in you. And you could either be in here, sweating it out, or you could be over here eating it out. And I'm gonna tell you, you can't have both. Don't be going here, sweating it out, and then going over here and eating it out and thinking that somehow it's a way to balance things out. It don't. I promise you, I tried that. I tried to outperform the fork. Do you understand what I mean by that? I try to outdo the fork. I had that appetite. I still wanted burgers and dogs and fries and pizza and tacos and all that good shit, right? That's not good for you. And I said, well, I'm just gonna work out a little harder. And I had a nutritionist from the VA. She said, man, you know the 80-20 rule. 80-20, so yeah, man, it's 80% nutrition. Health and wellness is 80% nutrition. So a lot of y'all that are like, man, well, I don't want to go to the gym. Well, can you control your eating? Do you have enough discipline to control what you're putting in your mouth? The frequency? Or do you just give in and tap out to every craving that pops up in your head? Oh man, some ice cream sound good right now. You know, some chips. You know what? I'm gonna pull up in the gas station. I'm gonna get some candy and some chips. You know what? I'm feeling like pizza today. Let's do pizza. I can tell you this whole year, I've had, less pizzas than I could put on a hand in terms of just like sitting there at a pizza place. And I love fucking pizza. I love pizza. But I don't want to look like pizza and I don't want to feel like pizza. I don't love it that much, right? But I also can tell you, I don't really love the gym. But see, this is the shift. This is the mental shift, is when you start to do things, right, when you don't feel like it. I didn't feel like going to work out today, but guess what? We put in the work. And we did it even a little extra harder, and fuck, man, fuck. There's a few times I wanted to tap out, but sometimes what I do when I'm in that gym is I'm listening to some motivating fucking Black Mamba, right, fire-breathing, motivational, just non-stop rhetoric to just let me know that, fuck, I ain't the only one putting in the work. And I hope that I can inspire you to start. And just remember, how you finish one season is how you start the next. So maybe it's too late for you to get in a workout, or maybe it's not. Maybe you think, oh shit, man, the day's over, the week's up, man. I'm good, I'm just gonna post, but maybe not. Maybe this evening you could do some journaling. You could start writing about some things that matter. You can actually do some reflecting about some of the good things you did right today, and start thinking about some of the things you could have done better from yesterday. Maybe you download the Results Kill Excuses app and you start watching that one of those first courses. Because again, how you finish one season is how you start the next. And I know a lot of you have been through some seasons, with a lot of losses. And it's time to break that. It's time to break that pattern and know that you have the power. You are being called. Have been chosen, right? And it's all a mental state of being. If you say you can't do it, you're right. If you say you can, you're right. And if you feel like you're someone that needs some help, some encouragement from the outside, feel free to reach out to me. Tell me a little bit about your story. Let's book a session, show the fuck up, and we'll come up with a strategy. We'll come up with some real things that you can do to start really figuring life out, getting some traction, building some momentum, knocking down the door. And even if you missed the season, right, we're doing a seasonal shift. How you finish this year is how you're gonna start the next. A lot of y'all say, nah, man, that's an old pattern, right? January 1st, but come on now, be honest. When you look back on 24 and you went back to the end of 23 and you start saying, hey, maybe, this 24, I'm gonna get it this year. I'm gonna switch some things up. I'm gonna break up with some of these old habits. Comment down below, chalk up them wins, celebrate the wins. Let's celebrate wins. I know I got lots. I got lots of wins. I have a lot to show for this year. It's an incredible year. It was a challenging year. I've learned a lot about myself. I know there's a lot of areas that I got to still grow. And that's the thing, it's like, I ain't no different than you. We're all on the same path. I'm on the spiritual awakening path just the same as you. Just because I'm a little farther down, that don't make me better. And I truly do believe that we need each other. You don't have to do it alone, but you got to be willing to do the work on your own when no one's watching. right? They always say, right, everybody will be jealous of the results you have, but they'll never be jealous of the work it took for you to get the results. So why don't you start putting in that work? Prove it to yourself. Prove it to yourself that you're worthy. All right. Switch your mindset. Start believing in yourself. That's all it takes. The success will come if you can start to believe that you are worthy, that you're not, it's not too late. Life hasn't passed you by. All of these challenges, all of these things that have kind of put that pressure on you where you want to give up. It ain't no different. We're all feeling that in our own way. I want to give up today. Even if I made it into the gym, halfway through some of those exercises, I'm like, I don't even want to do this. Let me give up. And then I'm listening to something that just says, just keep going, man. Keep going. Keep going. Got the shirt on right now, right? Get up, dust off, keep going. Don't give up. Don't quit. Double down, quadruple down. Start putting in some work so that you finish this year the way you want to start next. And the way you want to start next is with some momentum, right? Having some traction about your life, some focus, some clarity on what you truly desire to accomplish. What matters to you? Ask yourself what matters to you the next few weeks. Getting drunk, getting high, watching wall-to-wall bowl games and football. Is that really what's gonna matter to you? Or could you imagine if you had a choice, you could sacrifice some of that, if not all of that, and invest in you? Man, you're a different person. You'll be a completely different person. And I know some of you will take me up on that challenge. Be that one. Be the one that takes me on that challenge. I challenge you. Accept that challenge, put in the work, and you know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it won't be worth it. Greg's out.